7 incredible seasons of competitive Echo Arena, the VR Master League is finally going to LAN. And with the LAN comes a new, unique challenge. Introducing the Echo Arena Sunset Cup, a 2-stage finale tournament celebrating everything that Echo's meant to us. A spectacular final send-off to the game we all love. The format is simple. Stage 1 will be an online, open qualifying bracket, where up to 32 teams will have their skills tested to the maximum to determine if they have what it takes to move on. This stage is open to anyone attending VRML Con, so do not wait. Get your tickets and assemble a team. The top 6 teams from the qualifier move on to Stage 2 and secure their ticket to play live on stage at VRML Con in Denver, Colorado on June 4th. This is the ultimate trial of strength. 6 teams go in, but only one can be crowned the victor. The crowd awaits, so don't miss out. Get your tickets and sign up for the Echo Arena Sunset Qualifier now.
Everyone, welcome here to some more Echo Arena. I am Offbeat. I am joined here by Queen, who is here to join us for the first match. We'll be swapping a few things out, and we got Wonder T-Man on the cams. Good to be here. Good to be bringing you some Echo. Queen, how you doing this evening?
Doing well. How are you?
I am excited. It's been a little while since I've been in the casting booth here, and I'm excited. We got a good set of 3 games here tonight. Starting things off, got FM Paw Patrol, a platinum match. We'll be moving our way up to Tropic and Serendipity, diamond plat match there. And then we'll be finishing it off with the number 2 ranked W taking on the number 10 ranked Gen Z. So we'll just kind of ramp things up as we go here the whole night. Should be a lot of fun here. Queen, you've obviously been around the Echo scene for a while. Taking a look at, the teams here coming in. Obviously, these aren't teams that have been around together for a while. But there's a bunch of players here that we have certainly seen around the scene for a while.
Yeah, definitely a lot of players, especially one that's sticking out to me here, B-Love being one of them. Been around since, gosh, I feel like the get-go. I could be wrong because I wasn't around since the get-go, but absolutely a legend in the game.
Yeah. For sure. So in the arena here today, we have Mad, B-Love, Technowubs, and the Cookie Fox on the side of FM. Beam Phoenix, GF Simo, Biggie, and AVS Simo rounding out the roster there for Paw Patrol. And we are ready. We are in the arena. Teams are in the tunnels as we are wasting no time here. Getting going. Hope you got your channel points in time because lots to be wagered here. We are out of the tunnels and we are underway here in the arena.
First touch on the disc does go over to Paw Patrol, and first quick points going over to them as well, and that's Biggie putting that one in for the first 2.
Yeah, really quick score there. Excellent work by Paw Patrol, making, quick work of that disc, moving it down the arena, getting in position, scoring. We see that happen a lot on these opening jousts here, so, just kind of see, now that things kind of get settled down, how will FM answer back? It is Mad with the disc. Send it up to Technowubs in the tunnel, under some pressure. Does a good job to avoid that stack and get this over, but oh my goodness, that stack is moving quick.
Stack moving quick indeed, and the steal was good after the stun. The stacks from both sides overshoot it momentarily, but that's Avismo able to get a hand on that one. Looking to reset it slightly, but the pass just off the mark, and that is a steal as Technowubs turns that one over and clears it out.
Yeah, clear down into a dangerous area. That's up, open for a 3 for Mad, and Mad will tuck that one home. 3 points answering back in style as FM claws back here and gets themselves a lead. Good clear, good stacks to get to that open shot and making no mistake with finishing it off.
Yeah, really beautifully done. FM originally losing that disc there to the fast pace stacking coming in from Paw Patrol, but quickly answering with their own fast stacks to get that 3, and it is Biggie with the disc now, looking to send a pass to the far side tunnel where Beam is, but oh no, he gets stuffed by Cookie Fox, and Cookie Fox up to Technowubs, looking once more to Cookie for the drive, and it's good for 2. Maybe off the head of Biggie, though.
Yeah, Biggie doing the best, but there's only so much you can do against a 3-on-1 coming in there. And yeah, odd man rushes. That's something we've been seeing a lot of here so far in these back-to-back chances coming in here for FM, and they've been rewarded on them after that opening rollout that didn't go their direction. Been doing pretty consistently well here, as, oh my goodness, that is going to be another turnover coming in here for Paw Patrol.
Another turnover, but the slap from TechnoWeb's taken a little bit of a wonky bounce there. Not ready for it was their teammate, but able to recollect it is FM, and it's B-Love on the floor now looking to approach Fringe a bubble, but oh no, Avismo applied that pressure, and that is a turnover and a clear all the way down into the bubble of no way. Oh no.
What a clear. That bounces in with a nice slow 6 meters per second, but, you know, they don't have the stacks to come back to that one, and well, just like that, we're knotted back up at 5 here as a timeout is going to be called. Looks like we do have a player from FM going to be dropping, maybe switching things out or, you know, just fixing some technical issues here. But certainly a wild opening here as what looks like was going to be, you know, FM just starting to steamroll here. One good clear, one good bounce, and suddenly Paw Patrol's back in it.
Yeah, what a quick turnaround there. I mean, I would love to say it's calculated, but I know a lot of those times it is just happy accidents, but we love when they work in our favors.
Yeah, certainly. You know, you got to be good to be lucky, and you got to be lucky to be good. And so, you know, you practice those shots enough, you know generally where you're wanting to throw it to. Even if it's not going in, you know you're putting it in a dangerous position where you have a teammate that could come in and could come clean that up. And that's exactly what you do here, right? You know where you want to do it. It's something that a lot of players at this level and above have just kind of built up over experience, right? With the time in the game, you know generally where it needs to go, and you can kind of rely on instinct to take you most of the rest of the way.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's definitely something that those are the things you plan to clear as if you're going to take those shots and then hope for the best and know that it's going to land somewhere that at least hopefully someone scoops it up.
Exactly. Got to take at least 1 point every time. Jeep Girls, thank you so much for the hydrate. We'll make sure we're doing that. Keeping throats good and ready for all the games here on this 3-game set here. We'll take this opportunity while we got people dipping out. You saw the ad. You saw it before the stream. The Sunset Qualifier Cup is coming up, and if you are going to be at VRMLCon, which would highly recommend, I'm going to be there. Lots of us are going to be there. It's going to be a ton of fun. The qualifiers to be able to play there at the Sunset Cup is coming up, and with a very quickly closing registration deadline. Make sure you are getting your teams together and getting a part of that because it is going to be a ton of fun for a chance to play on potentially the final big stage at the sunset of this game. The name is very, very intentional. Hope to see you there. You know, anyone has a chance. Anyone can join as long as you've got your ticket to the qualifier, because we would love to see you on that stage. As you can see there, June 3rd and 4th is the event. So if you haven't booked it yet, now is the time to get your tickets. I believe prices will be going up if you go to buy at the door. So you know, gotta be looking there and get that while you can. So let's look back at this game now. Queen, what have you been seeing here so far? Obviously, you know, not a lot of time has passed, but we've seen a decent amount of scoring in the 1 quarter of the game that's gone. We've already got ourselves 10 points. Who do you see leading here, and who do you think is benefiting the most kind of from this pause?
I mean, benefiting from the pause, obviously, if they had some technical issues, FM's got to take it and get their 4th player back up to speed and running. But you did see Paw Patrol in the arena running those stack laps just back and forth, keeping themselves warm, and you did have FM sitting in the lobby there. So it could work in their favor to get their tech issues, but you had Paw Patrol over there definitely keeping themselves on the marker, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to keep in mind that having to burn that time out early could be costly if you know the tide starts turning and they need to slow some momentum a little later. So we'll see how that pays out for them. As Mad with the disc, trying to avoid that stack. That stack moving back and forth. They will get the stun. TechnoWeb's doing a good job getting that fist out and does enable them to move up to the Cookie Fox. Cookie Fox down in the trap area. Forward has some space. Going to try and bounce this one across. Will get it successfully. Mad, watch out. Here comes the stack. Mad doing a good job reading that. Coming in, moving around, and getting a pass open to TechnoWebs. And that's just going to get reset back here as some good disc control here and some good patience coming in from FM.
Very good patience indeed. And although Mad does have that defender baited, still not happy with what they find. However, now they are, as B-Love receives that pass and drives for the 2.
Yep, we'll do that. And answering back what could have been a debilitating, devastating long-range 3. No, they're answering back. They're reclaiming the lead, up 2 points now with a 7-5 margin. As we are approaching the 4-minute mark here of this first round in the best of 3. Paw Patrol with the disc. That is Biggie. Looks to move around. Techno-Wubs will do so successfully as they kind of have this little 1v1 stare-off here. Biggie will get rid of that one, but not able to connect on the pass, and that could prove costly as Cookie Fox got it moving in. A good pass over here. Techno-Wubs. Techno-Wubs. No! That one is going to be stopped at the line. Excellent save to hold that 2-point deficit.
Ooh. Mad getting a quick hand on it momentarily, causing a disruption there, putting the possession back in the hands of FM, but AV stopping that attempted push there. A great leech, though, from Techno-Wubs, putting the disc back in the hands of FM.
Yeah, sending it down. Gonna have Mad there as they've got an odd man rush, but no, excellent play. That is gonna get slapped out. That's AV. Gonna get this one up to Biggie, and they move back the other way. Biggie's gonna choose to clear this one scene. Got some teammates coming in with a stack as there's a 1-on-1 down there. Who's gonna come out with it? It is GF Simo taking the shot and has it for 3. Answering back is Paw Patrol as back and forth we go. Now they've got the 1-point lead.
Nice response there coming in from Paw Patrol. Lots of great attempted pushes there and good defensive stops for the side of Paw Patrol in order to gain back that possession and get some more points on the board here with that open 3. But disc is in the hands of FM, and that first joust there for them, no good, but maybe a potential here to put the possession back in their hands. But oh no, GF picks that one up for this side of Paw Patrol. Doesn't lose the possession off the attempted shot, and it's Biggie now with it passing over to AV. AV looking down low for the cross, but slightly off the mark there.
Yeah, Biggie with that disc and doing a good job avoiding the stun for Matt. Oh, the pass moving in here. AV, how did you buy that much space? Somehow able to draw a couple goalies and defenders out and give them the jukes. Back-to-back goals here now for Paw Patrol, and they've got themselves a 3-point lead here as we are now more than halfway through this first round.
Disc is in the hands of FM, giving them a chance to put the arena in their control here. It is Mad with the disc as QB, looking to get around this stack here, possibly bait them, get them away from those players, sends the pass all the way down. Oh, a bounce pass, though, I suppose. Techno-Wubs with it up to Cookie Fox. Cookie Fox looking up high to B-Love on the ceiling. B-Love underneath some pressure, though, not liking what they see. Sends it to Mad, and the drive is good again. It looked like it was off the head of Biggie.
Yeah, Biggie getting a piece of it, but again, they've been doing such a good job of developing those odd man rushes, moving that disc quickly. Defense can never really get back into place, and oh my goodness, that little juke at the end, but from Mad, just spectacular. And yeah, 1-point spread is what looks to be a very offensive-minded game here, as both teams scoring in bunches, and Beatlove with the steal here, potentially looking to see if they can't get some consecutive goals here and retake that lead. It's Matt underneath it, looks for Techno-Wubs. Techno gonna tuck that one in for the goal. The threat of the stun from Cookie Fox getting in the mind of the goalie, and there's the lead back in FM's hands.
Yeah, fantastic jobs. Techno-Wubs is definitely one of those players that you have to look out for in the offensive bubble push, because he is fantastic at grabbing hold of that goalpost and slam dunking it in there. But disc is in the hands of Paw Patrol now, and it's AV with it, looking to send it all the way down towards the bubble. They've got players in the area, and GF looking at the open goal, but oh no, just off the post. That backstack is there and ready to recover.
Yeah, the backstack is there, bailing them out. That tail never fails as AV Simo moving in here. Coming in, they've got some space. There's a stun. Oh no, what a save. Mad jumping out and gets a hand on that one. Very, very well read, but it's not out yet. Biggie gonna get this one back in with a nice little move from Beam Phoenix, but Biggie is gonna lose this one. It's loose underneath. The defense converging is a loose disc, and it will get slapped out here up and through the midfield, getting a very good favorable bounce as back the other way. Mad looking for the 3. No, that's gonna glance off the side of the shield and loose now into Beam Phoenix's hands.
Caught slightly up in the trap, and the stack overshooting it, giving time for the Cookie Fox to bring that back into the hands of Techno-Wubs, and once more to Mad for 2 more points for FM.
Unless I'm greatly mistaken, that is 3 scores in a row for FM. Down 3, now up 3. Nice little run there, and with less than 2 minutes on the clock, we're suddenly starting to look at that and seeing Paw Patrol got a little bit of a deficit to work their way out of. As here they come out of the tunnel. That is going to be Biggie with the dish. 3 of them back there. Interesting to see what kind of rollout they're going for here as Technowub's coming in, getting the stuns and forcing some moves, but the moves are good. But we've seen a couple times you get the moves, but then the pass wasn't quite there, as it's another turnover back in the hand of Technowubs for FM.
Beam getting the stun off, though, able to look to turn it around. However, the clear is no good. That was an unfortunate bounce. AV there to recollect this one and looked to send it through the tunnel, but Mad gets in that lane. Mad attempting to juke, does lose the disc there to Paw Patrol.
Yeah, moving in. Biggie, look at shot, a chance to tie. No, not going to connect from the off angle. Oh, that one hurts. As a minute left on the clock. Another score here from FM would really put this one away. It's dumped in and around there. The first 2. That's Technowubs with the disc. Moving in. 3-on-1.
Ooh.
No, not able to connect. A bit of a miscommunication. Goalie got stunned. They couldn't connect on the pass. 44 seconds left. Mad is there. Takes that one away. Back the other way. There's a 3-on-1. There's a stunned goalie. And Maui Wowie. 4 scores in a row. 15-10 lead. And FM sitting comfortably in the lead here. That's going to about do it here for round 1. Not enough mathematical time for Paw Patrol to pull this one back.
Not enough mathematical time to pull it back, but definitely enough time to get some momentum and move into this second round, because we do love to see the third. We've got Biggie with the disc now on the ceiling, looking for options, but still moving slow, buying themselves time here to run the clock. The pass is just off the mark, and with that 5 seconds left, no way. The drive is good for the 2, sending them into round 2 with some momentum here.
Yeah, everyone knows on an Offbeat cast, last goal wins. And so, excellent job coming out here from FM. It was honestly from both these teams. It was a fantastic back and forth battle for most of this round here. Really just ended up coming down to that string of like 4 goals in a row that FM managed to pull off. We saw the back and forth for so long. And so when you get those runs, they're impactful.
Yeah, for sure. And they definitely had just a few of those offensive pushes being a little bit rushed, going off the ding ring, missing the shot. It's nice to have the ending of the round being that last goal, getting that momentum back and the confidence back up.
Yeah, absolutely. It was important, even though it's kind of garbage time. We do know how much of a factor momentum plays in these games. It's been here from the start of the game, especially with the way the rollouts, right? It's when you have the disc, you have the onus to get it out, and that can be a lot. You got to get it up over midfield, and that can be very difficult to do when the other team's coming at you, with all the speed they have getting out of those tunnels. Mason, thank you so much for the follow and the hydrate. Much appreciated here, as we do have this timeout being extended, which you can do, as it looks like both teams kind of trying to figure things out and maybe get some tech issues figured out.
Yeah, I assumed tech issues as well, seeing both of them drop out there, and I heard the pause there for the mid-round pause, but those things are super important to get those fixed and worked out so that you can play to the best of your capabilities, especially while you are in the last few weeks of the season.
Yeah. So looking at the stats here so far, honestly, no one big name kind of leading the way on either side. Teams getting the goals fairly well spread out, and we've seen kind of good shots coming in from all leads. We saw Mad with the one earlier on, GF Simo with a great shot as well, and AV Simo on the other side. Simo v Simo here in the arena, as they've been shooting fairly well from range. Fairly well, though. You got to remember, there was a critical moment for a 3, and then the last minute that would have tied it. But not able to connect here. So, with the games, with players playing at this level, it really does come down to just individual moments big moments that can turn the tide of a game like this.
Yeah, for sure it does. And it looks like we've got one of our players back in the arena for the side of FM too.
Yeah, we do. Well, they do have a total of, they can extend the break to a total of 5 minutes, which means 4 minutes on top of, the existing minute, as they will figure this out. And don't worry, they will get it figured out. And if you're concerned about our schedule falling a little behind, don't worry, we got ourselves a little break here. Next game will be starting at in 22 minutes time, so still plenty of time to wrap this one up before we move along. We'll take this opportunity, I guess, to kind of go over who's coming up next. Following this match, we will have Tropic and Serendipity setting things up for us in the middle of our set. And then we'll be following that up at the highest of the high, W versus Gen Z. W, a team that's been doing really, really well here this season, currently holding down that #2 rank. And yeah, with only a couple, weeks left to go until finals, team's kind of running out of time to jostle on the ladder here, as it does look like we're ready to get back into this. Team's probably not what FM are looking for, though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, slightly confused, but it looks like we're rocking and rolling with a 2v4 going on currently. We've got AV with the disc now for the side of Paw Patrol, looking across up high to Biggie. Mad in the goal, underneath some pressure there, trying to get stunned, and the shot is good with the goalie distractions. Biggie puts that in for 2.
Yep, absolutely in for 2, and we might see more of that, seeing how's this. A 3v4 is one thing, a 2v4 can definitely be very, very difficult to do. What are you thinking you do? If you're rolling out here with a 2 versus 4, how exactly are you playing this one, if you're playing this one?
It's hard to say. They've got fast stacks coming in for the side of Paw Patrol. I would probably work on, oh my Mad, stealing that one back. Incredibly done. But I would probably have to go with spreading out just for some passing options, because their stacks are equally as fast. You're not going to get that dribble play as easily when you're looking at those.
Yeah, and I mean, some good time stalling. We do have one more back in the arena that is B-Love to kind of help this one out, but still, look at them doing pretty decently well in this 2-on-4, holding on to possession, making some good moves. Oh, couldn't quite evade both of them in that stack, though. This will get picked up and cleared. Oh, coming to fill that tunnel was B-Love, but not quick enough. Fortunately, B-Love, with the presence of mind to get a leech on that stack, is able to get back in the goal here with Mad. Mad getting to pick this one up, clear it out. Doing a pretty decent job of killing off what is essentially this power play here for Paw Patrol.
Indeed, but it's B-Love now with it, sending it over to Mad on top of the clock for the quick 2. Although they came in 2v4, they did figure out how to run their time wisely and still be able to tie this one up with 8 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, being able to get in open in the back, the slippery, slinky Mad sneaking in behind there, and yeah, finding an opening on the top of the goal and putting it in for 2 points. They're still playing 3v4 here, and doing a decent job of it. Locked up at 2s here and playing kind of for their lives here, right? Because they lost that first round. Check that, they won the first round. Went back and forth so many times, kind of lost track. But they've got the disc here, and honestly, looking pretty well in control here.
Well in control, but the clear going slightly wonky. However, able to recover it is FM, and that clear is good. But the stacks for the side of Paw Patrol were ready to go for that one, and GF has it now. GF looking to send it over to AV. AV over to the stack where Biggie is looking for the clear, but the Cookie Fox gets in that lane, sends a pass up to Mad. Mad underneath some pressure, giving it over to B-Love. B-Love looking for the bounce pass to Mad, slightly off target there, so Beam gets some time to pick it up and looks for the clear out.
Yeah, one thing we've seen a couple different members of FM doing really well is kind of hiding and getting those turnovers in the midfield area. I'd almost be looking to clear more tunnels if I'm on Paw Patrol side, but oh my goodness, with Mad with the moves, moving in, the goalie gets stunned, but the shot isn't on target, and just like that, Techno Wubs back in the arena. We are back to full strength, 4-on-4, playing short for so long, and it doesn't matter. They're still going to score this one short. 4-2, back-to-back goals, playing down a man. Great work from FM here, and oh my goodness, if that was them at 3v4, watch out now that they're at full strength.
Yeah, watch out indeed. We do have Technowebs back in, but disc in the hands of Paw Patrol, and straight out from the tubes, we've got Biggie with the disc again here. Biggie sending a pass over to Beam, but oh no, B-Love had that read, the shot off the mark. However, Cookie Fox there to recover, looking for a pass over to B-Love in the hands of Technowebs though, and into the goal for 2.
Yeah, it was a close back and forth in the last game, but at the rate this is going right now, FM seems to have just kicked it into another gear. We really have not seen much offensive zone time at all coming out of Paw Patrol as is, right? That time of possession just really, really dominant right now. And at this point, if you're Paw Patrol, you just got to figure out, hey, how do we get over midfield? It's not like that. Technowebs with the stun, with the steal, with the 3. Oh my goodness, just all over Paw Patrol right now.
All over Paw Patrol indeed. They are gonna have to get rid of that one faster and not rely on attempting to be that slippery slinky there in terms of the QB. Here we are, though. We've got Biggie with the disc again. Biggie sending it over to Beam, and oh no, a missed pass could really cost them here. Disc is in the hands of B-Love, looking for the bounce shot, but denied by GF. The clear, not making it quite out of their area, though, and TechnoWubs picks that one up.
Yeah, 7 days. Paw Patrol's throwing. Like, no, the problem is they're not. They're holding on to it too long on these rollouts and are getting punished with the turnovers. Mad with that one. The catch, the spin, the shot. They are just all over. I feel bad for any Paw Patrol goalie right now just because the stuns are out in full force. They're timing them incredibly well, and the defense isn't back, so we're seeing these odd man rushes coming in pretty consistently. Really hard to deal with as that's a 9-point lead, and we are only midway through this second round now.
And we've got AV with the disc for the side of Paw Patrol. AV looking to send a pass all the way down, possibly a nice bounce pass, but unfortunately their teammate is stunned, and TechnoWubs picks that one up, sends it over to Mad. Mad looking up high for B-Love. B-Love sending the clear all the way down, a flat bounce, very favorable here, and TechnoWubs putting that one in gently for the 2.
Yeah, tucked in for another 2 points. The same old song and dance right now. Yeah, we've seen FM has finished warming up, and they've been hitting their stride here. The defensive side is clicking. Everything working right now, right? If you were looking to make some progress up the ladder in the last couple weeks, this is how you do it. We've seen a lot of teams kind of form and reform over the season. I think we were looking before the game. Some players on Paw Patrol have been on up to like 5 different teams so far this season, trying to find that one last mix here. And every once in a while, you find something and it clicks, and so far that's been happening right now. Best chance of the game so far here for Paw Patrol, but oh, that's gonna ding! So close, not able to put in. Another chance coming in, that one's also gonna miss, and gonna bounce way out here. B-Love with it, with the slap and the clear.
But the stacks for the side of Paw Patrol were ready and racing for that one, and a quick progression up the field. We've got Beam with the disc now, just sending it all the way down, knowing stacks are incoming, hoping they would grab it, but TechnoWubs getting the quick hand on it first. However, Paw Patrol able to bring this one back into their possession. They've got Biggie with it now over to Beam. Beam looking for the crossover, but slightly off the mark there, and B-Love able to get a nice slap. Slightly out of the area, but not totally.
Yeah, not all the way out. Doing a good job keeping this in. The first sustained pressure we've really seen coming here. Oh, that is a nice move. Biggie gonna get that one tuck in with just under 3 minutes left on the clock. Getting that second score here, bringing the deficit up to 9. Technically still time, but they definitely gotta start ramping up that scoring rate.
Yeah, definitely has to work to outplay FM here in this round with only 2 minutes and 26 seconds left on the clock, and FM looking to drive here at goal. We've got Cookie Fox with it, sending it down low to B-Love. B-Love looking at a 2v1, goes for the drive still, and just off the ding ring. However, TechnoWubs able to recover it now, sends it over to Mad. Mad looking for the... Ooh.
Oh no, oh no.
That was, yeah, I mean, beautiful shot. Unfortunate in the end with that technical goal there.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. 11-point lead at the moment. Biggie with hands on the disc. Potentially blinking around a little bit, which probably wasn't helping too much. Beam Phoenix with it, some good movement here. So pass is going to move in, looking for the 3, not going to connect, and back there to get the stun. The last line of defense is Mad. Mad going to buy some space, look around, and finds the Cookie Fox, and Cookie Fox is going to get this one cleared up and out. Turns out Mad is all you need back on defense right now. Doing an excellent job with the 1-on-3. There's an open goal. B-Love not going to connect, but they've got the numbers around that bubble. Who's it going to be? Back and forth they go. TechnoWubs, no, going to get stunned out. Beam Phoenix, good steal, good clear.
Clear does take some wonky bounces, though, given some time for FM to get a hand on it momentarily, but Paw Patrol did not take that as an answer. They were able to pick that one back up and clear it out. Stacks for the side of FM, though, were ready and racing to go. Had that disc read well, but oh no, a little mishandling, and AV's got the disc approaching goal, but not on Mad's clock.
Yeah, Mad doing a good job there. Couple defensive plays here. Good Canadian kid coming out here, and they're going to bounce this one back. Probably know what they were looking for as it goes into the trap area, and it does give an opportunity back the other way for Paw Patrol. That's Biggie with the disc with an open target. Target closing. Will get it. Baits just long enough to be able to get that shot away. 30 seconds left on the clock. They will get a couple more points here, potentially going for that last goal wins credit again.
The last goal wins credit indeed. Playing till the buzzer, always fantastic. But we've got Disc with FM now on their side of the arena, and it is Mad QBing again here for us in the near side tunnel, sent to Cookie Fox. Cookie Fox over to Technowubs. Technowubs crossing down low, but they've got 4 seconds, and that was a missed pass there. Another round taken by FM.
Yeah, back-to-back 15-pointers, I believe, coming in from FM. And just like that, doing a good job here. Close first round, but second round, really not so much. FM kind of really came into their own there and had a very, very dominant round two. They looked like they were really moving in sync that round. And for a team, that hasn't been together for super long, definitely looks like things are starting to click.
Yeah, for sure. I could not agree more. I feel like even FM taking a little bit of time in that first there round to get themselves settled in, but definitely finding their jive in the second.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are going to take a couple minutes. We are going to step aside here and get the second game set up. I want everyone to please give a big, big round to Queen for coming out and joining us for the one game this evening. We're going to be swapping around, get some other co-casters on for the rest of the game. But Queen, was an absolute pleasure to have you here on the stream. Hoping we'll see some more of you around as we pull out the last couple weeks of this season. Wonder Team Man's running the cams, and we are going to be back soon. Don't worry, lots more Echoes still to come. Up next, Tropic versus Serendipity. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you real soon.
After 3 years and 7 incredible seasons of competitive Echo Arena, the VR Master League is finally going to LAN. And with the LAN comes a new, unique challenge. Introducing the Echo Arena Sunset Cup. A 2-stage finale tournament celebrating everything that Echoes meant to us. A spectacular final send-off to the game we all love. The format is simple. Stage 1 will be an online open qualifying bracket, where up to 32 teams will have their skills tested to the maximum to determine if they have what it takes to move on. This stage is open to anyone attending VRML Con, so do not wait. Get your tickets and assemble a team. The top 6 teams from the qualifier move on to Stage 2 and secure their ticket to play live on stage at VRML Con in Denver, Colorado on June 4th. This is the ultimate trial of strength. 6 teams go in, but only one can be crowned the victor. The crowd awaits, so don't miss out. Get your tickets and sign up for the Echo Arena Sunset Qualifier now.
Hey, chat. Yes.
Easy going right there. One more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
After 3 years and 7 incredible seasons of competitive Echo Arena, the VR Master League is finally going to LAN. And with the LAN comes a new, unique challenge. Introducing the Echo Arena Sunset Cup. A 2-stage finale tournament celebrating everything that Echo's meant to us. A spectacular final send-off to the game we all love. The format is simple. Stage 1 will be an online open qualifying bracket, where up to 32 teams will have their skills tested to the maximum to determine if they have what it takes to move on. This stage is open to anyone attending VRML Con, so do not wait. Get your tickets and assemble a team. The top 6 teams from the qualifier move on to Stage 2 and secure their ticket to play live on stage at VRML Con in Denver, Colorado on June 4th. This is the ultimate trial of strength. 6 teams go in, but only one can be crowned the victor. The crowd awaits, so don't miss out. Get your tickets and sign up for the Echo Arena Sunset Qualifier now.
everyone. Welcome back. That 1 minute certainly was a long minute, was it not? But no worries, because we are here and we are ready to go. And look who it is. It's the new queen. Everyone say a big, warm hello to Lin Fei. Lin Fei, how's it going?
Hello. I'm good. How are you, Offbeat?
I am good. Have probably way too much energy for what time it is. But I guess not as much as it is for you. Lin Fei joining us from way overseas, where he's staying up way too late, destroying his sleep schedule, all for the content. And for that, we are very, very grateful.
It's for VRML. I mean, who would I be if I wasn't committed to the bit? I have to commit to the casts. And, you know, first cast, might as well do one at half 2 in the morning. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. No neighbors that you're going to be waking here?
Well, we'll deal with that when it comes to it.
Exactly. Who cares about it? And that's something you have to deal with. And if we all benefit for it, then that's just... So, this game, we got Tropic and we got Serendipity, officially ranked Diamond 3 and Plat 4. But really, the difference between these two in standings is not very much. We got a rank 21 team coming up against a rank 27 team. So very, very close there. And very excited to kind of see what comes from them right now. Tropic coming in here. They've got themselves an 11-2 record so far this season. So, you know, really exploding up the standings there. Where on the other side, Serendipity, 8-6. So kind of, you know, a little more holding that. But that being said, they are in a 3-game win streak. So let's see if they can ride that one out here. We are in the arena. We are ready to go. Serendipity on orange, Tropic on blue. Lin Fei, take it away.
Okay, so the neutral dice is won there by Serendipity, but then quickly headbutted back into mid. Now, Voodoo with the disc, losing it to the stack of Bo and Fletcher, as Fletcher is going for the shot, just missing it. Now collecting it on the ceiling is Kirito, setting up the attack, crossing to shoulder to Bappo. Bappo, brilliant save there from Captain Will, and now cleared out.
Yeah, Captain Will, fun fact, actually the captain for Serendipity, so, you know, doing a good job stepping in there with a big save to kind of hold that 0-0 score line. But they're not able to keep in the zone, at least not for long. It isn't being cleared out. JT able to pick that one up on the back line. And they're able to get a couple of these passes off just in time. Gets it to an open Voodoo. Voodoo with some space. There's a cut pass, and there's our first points. Captain Will back on the other end. 2-0 is your score line as Serendipity out in front first.
Captain Will doing things on both sides of the field there, going brilliant save and then setting up the attack and eventually getting a very easy cut pass to dunk it into the near side corner pocket for him. I don't know how Tropic did everything they could there, but oh no, not quite doing everything they can do there by missing the disc. And Voodoo taking an easy shot for the 3, putting Serendipity up by 5 now. It's a very good, very, very strong start for them.
An absolute gift. Feels bad, but there's still lots of time for Tropic to recover. As Disco, yes, we're all shocked. You don't usually expect to see that, especially when they all came through so fast and just the speed with which they ignored that disc. As another turnover here, Captain Will takes the shot, but yeah. But no, gonna get picked up there as Kirito gonna get this one cleared up and out. Nice little bounce. We'll get into the zone, but not past the Serendipity defense. They've got the disc and some time.
Yeah, now PG waiting, clearing up. Might be a pass, but just off the mark, but collecting it herself. Now clearing it through. It's lost on the mid, now going into the top of the bubble. Looks like Stranger's going to get there for Tropic. Now also clearing, nope, a pass down to Bappo. Bappo eyeing up the open shot. Oh, just caught by JT from the stack on Serendipity. But a brilliant clear of his own, met by his own stack with Captain Will going for a shot of his own now, just off the mark. And now Stranger picking up the disc in his own bubble.
Yep, Kirito with some space here, moving forward, looks to bounce that off the ceiling. Not quite getting the bounce, was trying to make me get that down into the trench, won't connect. Oh, but watch out, because there is, I believe that Stranger out of nowhere able to get a piece of that disc and keeping it in the zone here is just avoiding the stack there. Tropic still looking for the first points here, and that won't connect. JT out of nowhere, jumps out, gets the steal, and gets it cleared up over the midfield.
JT appeared out of nowhere on that play just to grab the disc. An absolute thief there, just to grab it. Now, Voodoo crossing it just off the mark. JT slapping it down now. Just off the mark once again. Almost picked up, but a brilliant pick up there by Stranger. Slapping it out of his own bubble. Now picked up Bappo, also trying to slap it out. Just slightly unfortunate not getting it to bounce properly. JT now with the disc looking to slow it down with the reset now to PJ.
Yeah, Peachy buying some time, gonna get this across to JT. Some good disc movement coming in here from Serendipity, and a nice little move to get around there. Oh, Carito comes in, gets the snag and the clear. Gonna get this one all the way down the zone and coming in. Oh, just missing. That would have been a golden opportunity for the first points. And a couple stacks missing here. Captain Will finally able to get that one to settle down. We'll get it across. Not quite gonna connect here, as that loose disc is gonna get headbutted a bit and is floating down in a dangerous zone. Coming there to collect, taking the three, making the three is JT. Jiminy Cricket putting that one in. 8-0 lead. 3 scores in a row now for Serendipity.
Yeah, some brilliant defense from both teams here. It feels like, I mean, the two goals from Serendipity have been open nets, and then one that they were able to set up on. But the defense from Tropic has just been too strong recently. Just Serendipity unable to get away with those breakaway plays. The only way they're letting any goals in at the moment. Disc now.
Yeah.
But into Kirito's hand, Kirito crossing it to the side just off, catching it himself, and just getting stunned by 3 players from Serendipity. JT going for a shot, just hitting boot accidentally.
Yeah, that's going to be bounced down. That's JT with it. They've got the numbers. It's going to get stunned out. No, that's Fletcherus with the stun and the steal. Good clear stack on. You can see Carito eyeing that one up. Carito with it. Watch out. Here comes the back pressure. Oh, we'll just ding that one out. Tropic has been just on the verge of a score for a while now, and that one's not going to happen either. Tries to make the move, but the goalie is there. Peachy and JT moving up, turn this one back the other way, as does look like we have a drop here, and Tropic is unfortunately down to 3 players, and this could cost them as JT comes in and just sneaks that one in by the goalie. 10-0 is the lead now for Serendipity.
JT with the a pause here. I'm guessing some tech issues on the side of Tropic, as we did have a player drop out, although they joined back quite quickly, but I'm assuming someone probably wants to restart their PC or something. But that goal there from JT, that man has a wingspan. He dropped down and dunked from so far away. It was actually impressive. I've never seen someone dunk from that far away before. That looked like wild to me, to be honest.
Yeah, very, very impressive. And look, it's that kind of stuff is why we're at the 10-0 point we are here. It's just been some consistent, solid play coming out of Serendipity right now. Interested to see, like, this timeout comes at a decent time. Obviously, they took the timeout because they had a dropped player. But this is the point, which you do want to be calling something anyways, right? You're midway through the round. You got a 10-0 break. One and only. Yes, we'll take a water break here. Thank you so much for the hydrate. And thanks to everyone for being so involved here. I do love the word sneaks. Dano, you've been giving us some fun ones. Thanks so much. As Linfei, you're here. You're down 10-0. Obviously, for those of you people who know you, you've been around the Echo scene in the EU for a while, a long while. What are you doing here as a team that's down 10-0?
Down 10-0, it's the perfect point right now because it's halfway through the game. So you know if they've scored 10 points on you, you have the exact same amount of time that they scored 10 points on you to score 10 points back. You just sort of have to figure out where their weak point is. And to be honest, Serendipity's weak point doesn't seem to exist to me yet. I haven't seen a point in which because their defense has been great. They've saved every single shot that Tropic has thrown at them. And their offense, they just keep breaking away super quick with these like really fast stacks. And when they break away, they've just scored 3 after 3, and then a couple really good 2s as well. And it's just, honestly, Serendipity do not appear to have any holes tonight. They are playing extremely well. It's honestly impressive. I'm honestly not sure what Tropic have to do to break away. They just, I guess, have to try something new, try something they maybe haven't done before. If it works, keep going at it. But it's really just anyone's game at the moment, to be honest. Because if they figure that out, they have the time to make this comeback and possibly take round 1.
Yeah, well, it hasn't felt like the scoreline suggests, right? There have been chances coming in from Tropic, just that the transition game of Serendipity has been so kind of, on point right now, as, every time they do get a save, they're immediately turning that back into points the other way. As, yes, Sizzle Hyphen, thank you so much for redeeming the Cast My Match. Do let us know which team you're redeeming that for, and we'll make sure that one gets noted down, as it looks like we are ready to get back going again. Tropic in the tunnels, ready to see if they can't capitalize some of these tournament points. Because yeah, if they get these into, if they get these in points and aren't getting the saves, we get ourselves a much closer game because we don't get the transition points back the other way. So we'll see here. Oh my goodness, JT with a flying fist of fury in getting the quick stun and getting a turnover as though this is not what you want. Or maybe it is. Carito with a great save.
Yeah, that's exactly what Tropic need at this point. They just need to get this defense and get the disc out. That actually has been one thing they've struggled with a little bit here, is to get the clears out of their own half. And it just seems like Serendipity always have a player back to collect it. But that save is a brilliant way to start the round. Hopefully they can pull some momentum. Carito again with another defensive stop, getting the clear out as well. Hope I see a few players, and now Stranger just slapping it forwards, maybe trying to go for a shot, but had no time, and so just ended up hitting a random geo. Getting cross now, back to Stranger on the shoulder. This is the perfect opportunity for them to set something up so that they can score, and it'll be a brilliant way to start after having a timeout. Carito now driving in, putting it above to Stranger. Stranger hitting the 2. Ever consistent as always. That is exactly what they needed.
Yeah, that it is. I know all you trying to throw in word sneaks in the chat. I think it's about a 5-minute cooldown between word sneaks, just so we can keep up with all of them. But yes, on the top of the game, great job by Tropic getting those 2 points. A great save on one end, getting 2 points at the other. But now, unfortunately, down to 3 players again. And so 10-2 is the scoreline we're looking at. Unfortunately, playing down a man is going to mean Peachy has a lot of space here to walk this one up. Looking forward down to JT. JT fakes the shot, has the cut pass, and there it is. No, not able to capitalize, not able to finish. But they're able to collect this one back up. Only 3 defenders, lots of room here for Serendipity to set up another chance. They're going above, looking, and there it is. Goalie not able to reach high enough. The Stranger trying to reach. But won't be able to. That lead is back up to 10 points.
Yeah, Tropic getting exactly what they needed with a goal after the timeout to then losing a player again. It's exactly what they don't need. Playing 3v4 is never easy. I mean, it's possible, but being down a man is extremely hard. And they're doing exactly what they need to do here with a dribble play to get down the field as quick as possible. And as I say that, Bappo rejoins. So it looks like we may be getting a 4v4 here. If Fletcherus can score this, just a little miscommunication there, or just slight mispass, I'm not exactly sure. But if they can score on this, they'll put themselves in a much better position than they were than when Bappo disconnected.
Absolutely, and at this point, even if you're not able to close the gap entirely, being able to come in here and give yourself some momentum into round 2 would be huge. But another close chance goes just wide. They're not short of chances here, that's for sure. As a bit of a wayward bounce off of the cloud there is going to end up in the hands of JT. Moving up to Captain Will, and now some space here for Serendipity to set up an offense. They're going to take it nice and slow.
Yeah, Serendipity stacks this entire game have been really on point. They get these clear, I'm tempted to call them a brilliant save there from Stranger. Bit of an ambitious shot, but a brilliant save nonetheless. Now caught in the mid, just a slight mishandle of the disc there if they can get the stacks. But Voodoo there just in the right place at the right time. Brilliant positioning, but stomped by Fletcherus there just with an amazing grab. Clear slightly awry. Again, these clears, they're just not heading through. Voodoo looking, I think, on a stunned goalie for a second there. Didn't really see what happened, but
close chance. Yeah. 83 seconds left on the clock here as, moving in here, trying to get it. Serendipity moving in, has some space up to Voodoo on top. A couple good cut passes, and Stranger gets a piece of it, but not enough. Defense held for about as long as it could, but that one is going to fall in, and a 12-point lead established here now for Serendipity with just a minute left on the clock. Sizzle Hyphen, thank you so much for the sub.
Thank you very much, Sizzle. Yeah, unfortunately that is sort of the end of mathematical time, although as the scoreline does not suggest how close this match has been or how close it's felt. It feels like the amount of chances Tropicals have, and Peachy there sinking another 3 just to solidify the victory and just to push the lead even further to gain themselves momentum into round 2. But yeah, Tropic here, they can do it. They've just been slightly short on their chances in the bubble and just not being able to finish. If they finished every chance they had, this would be a much, much closer scoreline. So they have the opportunity, they have the chance. And I think for round 2, this could be very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's for sure. Carito, they're moving the disc around here, but trying to goad out as much of that team as they can. They are going to get the shield there and try and move it forward. We'll get up to Bappo. 5 seconds on the clock here. they seem to just always be one pass away from a good long connection. And that's going to do it. 17-2 is the final of round one. Fairly lopsided scoreline. But big congrats to Serendipity coming out here and getting the win here in round one of this best of three. Obviously, big mountain to climb here for Tropic. But like we've been saying, not out of the question. We've seen the flashes. We know the potential is there. It's just a matter of being able to act on that potential.
The disc movement at the end there was quite nice from Tropic. It's something we haven't seen them do this game, at least not to that level. Not sure whether they were just trying to sort of warm up the passes and getting into round two, or trying to maybe just waste the time at the end of the game, keeping possession. But yeah, if they can pull that out with maybe a bit more execution on the other side of the field, honestly, that looked pretty strong. I'm quite excited if they can pull something like that out into round two. Maybe get a bit more time with the disc, a bit more possession, because they always felt a little bit rushed. But yeah, if they can do a little bit of that, they have a pretty decent chance in this round two. I think it should be quite close.
Yeah, I would say so. Serendipity definitely a team. They're high up in that plat rank. I'm fairly certain. After this one, should they, continue through this, take the win, they will be grabbing that diamond rank, and move their way up towards the top as we have these last couple of weeks before finals. As we've seen the timeout come called here to extend this break here between rounds 1 and 2. I believe probably coming in on the side of Tropic as they kind of look to see if they can't shore up this and figure out what exactly they want to change and how much they want to change, right? Because that's the tricky thing. You come in and you look and you have to decide how much of a risk do we need to take. Obviously, you're losing, you need to change something, but if you change too much or change the wrong thing, anytime you have to make a change, you're putting yourself in a situation that you haven't played a lot, right? And the other team has the advantage in that they're playing a system they're more familiar with. Have to change something, but the question is how many, different play styles or different techniques does Tropic have in their back pocket, and do they have something to overcome the way Serendipity's been playing?
Yeah, Serendipity have been a very, very strong stack team. I think Captain Will and Voodoo on the front stack, they've just been so fast, so quick, just capitalizing off of every single mistake. And JT, I think, holding on to them for quite a few of their QVs and jumping off and getting a few drive-bys, which is stunning the guy, and then losing Tropic, ending up losing the disc because of it. It's difficult to go against. A strong stack team is extremely hard to go against because you just have no time to think about anything. You try your hardest you get the disc, you go to pass it off, and then you just lose it instantly as soon as you're about to pass it. And it's frustrating to play against, but it's extremely rewarding when you do end up beating it, because it feels like you somehow managed to punch a hole in a brick wall. And I feel like Tropic have the potential to do that. They should be able to, but Serendipity have been playing extremely well this entire night, to be honest.
Yeah, well, and it is one of the things, if you've played at any level, if you have come across a team that has quicker stacks than you do, it absolutely can be a huge difference maker and a very difficult thing to overcome in a lot of scenarios. And so it's kind of why, looking at this one here, it's like, okay, with my teams and experience, like, is usually when that's happening, we usually shift things around to kind of go for, okay, we need to put some focus on breaking up those stacks, because those stacks are causing us a lot of problems. We're not able to get rid of the disc quick enough. How can we break up that stack and, force them to play our game, force them to play, the slower, less stacked game that we're trying to get in. Sizzle Hyphen, first off, a couple things. It's summer. Thank you so much for the hydrate. Appreciate the hydrate. Sizzle Hyphen. Oh, for a moment I read that and thought it was just the team name and thought, wow, easiest word sneak in the world. But no, you're a goof and we love you. I think we solved enough. I think we're ready for round 2. What do you say?
Yeah, it seems to be. The teams are in the launchers now. Neutral Justice countdown is going. And yeah, we're about to get into this now. So, Neutral Justice on, and Tropic winning this one, headbutting it down into the Serendipity bubble where it's picked up by PG. PG now passing it down to Captain Will. Captain Will with the disc. Going backwards, becoming his own reset, which is an actually an interesting play, which works out really well. Gives himself some time. Now passing up to JT. JT now clearing the disc over. Not clear. Voodoo now with the disc on his own in the blue bubble, going for the shot on the backboard, just slightly off and bouncing funkily up to the ceiling, where it's now caught in mid.
Funkily. Peachy with the disc, dropping down here with some space, as it does look like we have a new name in the arena, I believe. Or was Fletcher's always here and I'm just...
Fletcher's has
I've
been
never
here,
called.
yeah.
Okay. Never mind. I'm slightly insane here. As I just gonna stolen Carito. Look for the low three. Oh my goodness! What a shot! The stacks are fast, but not that fast. Wow! What a shot!
A marvelous shot. That was brilliant. Carito there with a brilliant grab, floating forwards, and then basically you can't see the goal from there. That is a marvelous shot from Carito there, and then exactly the start that Tropic need into this round.
Yeah, very, very tight angle, but hey, first lead of the game for Tropic. Very good job. That's the start you're looking for. That's how you want to shake things up. As Captain Will moving it up across here to Voodoo. Voodoo with some space, or buying some space at least. And that pass not what they're looking for. And Carito with the steal. Another chance. Oh, Captain Will gets a fortunate bounce as that will come up into their hands. Moving it up across here as back and forth they're going to move. Try and slow it down. Some good disc movement here. Keeping it away from that Tropic stack. But can't keep it away from them forever. There's the steal and the clear. And here comes the stack the other way.
Yeah. Serendipity had amazing disc movement there, but the stack from Tropic, they seem to pick up what Serendipity was doing with their stacks and just play them at their own game, and it's working. With a brilliant cut pass to the back to Bappo, and he just easily places it in the bottom of the goal there for another 2.
Yeah, just serendipitously moving that disc around and getting this in. Like this is a completely different team. This is what, well, it's not though. This is, well, you know, we saw them doing this, but at this point, I don't know if they've just found a way to take higher percentage shots or if the shots are connecting more. But, well, I mean, we've only had a couple chances to see, but this is what we saw the potential of in that first round, right? They had their offensive chance, they scored, and now, you know, we're not seeing, you know, those quick counterattacks back the other way because they've got to do, you know, a full regroup and set up in the tunnels here. So as long as they're not giving up those big counterattacks, settle in. We could be going 3 rounds here.
Yeah, exactly. I think just honestly the finishing. I don't know what they changed. I don't know what happened, or maybe they just finally managed to figure out how to like get the disc into the goal. But the finishing has just been so much better this round compared to last round. And oh, a very, very ambitious shot there. I think it might have been a missed pass, but caught by Stranger. Going to clear it out with JT now with the disc on the floor. Voodoo making his way in the bubble. Just getting stunned there. This Tropic defense seems to be immovable now. Where last round they were a little bit shaky and were able to stop things, but then not able to get the disc out. This time they seem to be able to just get the disc constantly and just pass it down the field. Speaking of, now, disc on the shoulder, Stranger getting it over to Carito. Carito, cut pass in, and an amazing finish. Stranger catching the cut pass, putting it into the goal. Tropic now up 7.
Hot diggity dog. Look at this. Look at this. This is the Tropic team that we were expecting. And I'm pretty sure the Tropic team, I'm going to take a look at the prediction poll here. Yeah, 92% of you banking your channel points on Tropic. I'm sure a lot of big sighs of relief coming in from the Twitch chat, except for, you know, the one person who threw it on the other team and is watching their winnings slip away here. But no, a long shot coming in. Oh my goodness. Nearly gets there, but no worries because Carito is there to finish it off. 4 minutes in, 9 points on the board, and hello, round 2, the round of Tropic.
It's almost a mirror of last round, where halfway into the round, Tropic now up 10, whereas last time it was Serendipity.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but they've pulled it out of the mud. They've pulled it out for round 2, and it's working. Whatever they've changed, it's working. And you cannot complain if you're a Tropic right now. They're doing exactly what they need to do, and they keep scoring from it.
And they are perfectly content to let Captain Will sit here and take their time moving up. 5 minutes on the clock. They've got that 9-0 lead. They know they're going to play with it. They got the stack waiting. Going to wait for just the right moment to pressure. As Captain Will's going to get this one cleared. There's an open target, but watch out. There comes that stack. They are going to ease off here, though. As getting around the bubble, they're going to try and set up that zone defense. They move to push in, but it's not quick enough. JT gets the pass. JT with the shot. And halfway through the round, better late than never, getting on the board here for Serendipity and cutting this lead to 7.
Yeah, Serendipity. Tropic were very happy to let Serendipity set up there, but that's in the end what actually was their biggest mistake, was letting Voodoo get to that ceiling point up there, and he just always seems to be open. And Voodoo, when he's on the ceiling, seems to be unstoppable, to be honest. As soon as he gets the disc, he finds somewhere, he finds someone, he finds the goal, he finds something to do with it, which always ends up in a goal. Speaking of Voodoo, finding the disc into the bubble, but you know someone else who finds the disc a lot? Carito. He keeps finding these steals, keeps finding these saves. He's been a defensive merchant this entire game. And he just keeps... Oh my... Speaking of being a merchant, the bounce shot there, getting it into the goal, might have been lucky. I've seen that planned. I fully believe that was planned, to be honest.
Wow. Burrito, the
Amazing.
merchant of death. Look, the offense, the defense is all working. Leads the game, or sorry, at least leads the team in points and assists, and then also throws in a save and a steal on the back end, because why not? Carito having a round here, bringing that lead up to 10 points with only 3:30 on the clock. The onus on Serendipity to really get things moving here. Captain Will looking for something. That's not the pass they're looking for. It's going to bounce up into a dangerous area. Peachy able to collect it one as they, stay alive here, able to, shake that one off. Up to Voodoo. Voodoo moving in, runs out of space, tries to get to Captain. That is a lot of pressure and not able to connect on that reset back as watch out. Here comes Tropic.
Yeah, this shot there just slightly missing off the shield there. Fletcher's now cutting it in. Carito, getting stunned. Brilliant stun there, just stopping the disc from matching into the goal. Voodoo grabbing the disc himself. Now clearing it out into the other side. 2 stacks heading down. It's Captain Will and his JT passing it to Voodoo. Ever reliable Voodoo there, passing the disc back now. Just missing that pass now, unfortunately. Peachy crossing it in, but it's caught by none other than Carito, who is pickpocketed by Captain Will. Captain Will, and headbutt save. There's chaos in the bubble right now.
Absolute chaos, and that was something that really shouldn't have been there. The slap pass kind of went into just 4 defenders in the blue zone, but Captain Will somehow getting that and getting an open shot off with it. 2:20 left on the clock. I mean, playing with the lead, I'm sure they're fine to kind of let this clock work its way down. Is Tropic. Voodoo looking for something, gets the goalie stun and looks like was waiting for that. Back and forth the stuns go as Voodoo will get the last piece of that one, as finally they'll move in and get a couple points, drop that lead to 8, but that's still an 8-point lead with 120 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they were looking for the goalie stun there to try and stack on him as many threes as they could, which is a good plan. However, at the moment, they don't need that. But what they do, unfortunately, an 8-meter 2, which you hate to see at this point, but cutting the lead in half now within 20 seconds, 6-12, it suddenly became very, very reachable for Serendipity here.
Yeah, probably gonna have to be 2 threes, so keep an eye out on those goalie stuns coming in here as soon as Serendipity gets the disc back. And just gonna look to move this around and stall and kill off as much time as they can. That's a steal. Captain Will has a goal looking, doesn't have the angle, is gonna try and just kind of bounce this one in and get danger. But there's no teammates following in, so they're not gonna be able to collect this one. And this is gonna be cleared all the way down by Tropic. Points here would almost certainly close this one out. The stack not able to connect. Fletcher is able to get it, throws it behind the goal. Not connecting though. Captain Will with the disc, 55 seconds on the clock. We need a quick play here from Serendipity, and that stack trying to make sure that does not happen. And wow, some good play from Bappo to get some stuns, the steal, and dumping it into the zone.
All Tropic need to do here is waste time and then score. And it's exactly what they're doing. Looking for a 3 of their own there, actually, with the goalie stun. Just slightly missing. JT, that looks good. JT, saved by Bappo. Jumping in front of the goal and managing to grab it just in time. Captain Will, it's ever so slightly too late. It is possible.
Yeah, they're gonna have 3 seconds. They're gonna have 3 seconds on the clock when they come out of the tunnel here. So if you're Tropic, just don't miss the disc here. Literally come out and slap it away to the side. Okay, no stacks coming in. Not a lot of pressure. We're going to round 3. Tropic, they hold on here just barely by the end, but that explosive start was more than enough, and they take this one 12-9.
A very, very impressive turnaround from Tropic there. Compared to the first round, they just came out of the rounds running. They came out on fire. It was actually brilliant to see them stack on as many points as they did. Unanswered points as well. It was 9-0 before Serendipity were able to score. And after getting scored on 10-0 in the first round, it is the exact result that they were looking for. And it's exactly what they needed. And now we're going to round 3 because of it. And honestly, I have no idea who's going to win this next round. It's been so close.
It's been really interesting because if you think about it, if you look at it, Tropic has played 5 good minutes. They had a 5-minute burst in this 20-minute series where they played really well. Nothing before then, and nothing after that. That's really where all their points have come from. So, can they find another little 5-minute pocket? Or was that it? They had a little middle bursts in there. Someone in the chat was saying we're a round 2 team, but how does that apply to round 3s? We'll see. Cause gotta watch that wave of momentum, which at the moment shifting in the way of Serendipity.
Yeah, that could have been extremely close at the end there. Captain Will getting a brilliant backboard 3, but unfortunately not able to get the disc. I mean, 3 seconds. It's a difficult thing to do. Now Serendipity looking to hopefully capitalize off that momentum at the end there, but no, Stranger now catching the disc, sending it forward, but Captain Will with brilliant positioning as always, just waiting there for the disc, and once again picking it up after a bit of loose disc movement. Lightning fast reflexes from him to get that. Voodoo now resetting the disc to PG on the back line.
Yeah, Peachy sending this one across just out of reach of the defender. Will get it back. A nice little give. Well, not really give and go. A give and give. As Peachy with the disc and some space here. Still waiting for the first points of the round as the first minute ticks by. JT with the disc around. Looks, that's not the bounce they were looking for. And it will be Fletcher's jumping in. Oh, losing that one though. JT for them in the bubble. 4 is not enough. JT finds the angle, gets the bounce, gets it just close enough in the corner. And Serendipity took that first round and they are out in front here in the third, 2-0.
Yeah, it looked like Fletcherus was going for a reset there. Perhaps a miscommunication on his team. Unfortunately, just having the disc bounce straight to JT and JT putting in for a brilliant bounce shot. But, I mean, the round is young. It's a minute in, 2-0. Tropic doing exactly what they need to do here, just sort of finding their space, finding... Maybe not Captain Will and Voodoo though. That stack is so fast. Any tiny mistake you make and they will capitalize. JT now with the disc on the close side of the goal, but Bappo with fists of fury just stunning him and clearing the disc out.
Yeah, gonna be cleared out. Awkward bounce is gonna push this one back into the hands of JT, who's, you know, in position for that one. It's gonna get cleared in here. Not a lot of teams coming in, but oh my goodness, they don't need a lot of people. They just need Captain Will, who grabs it and snaps it for the 3. What a reaction shot. Back-to-back scores here, and a 5-0 lead for Serendipity, who look at the moment to be back in round 1 form.
Yeah, a great shot from Captain Will there. I think the goalie had no idea he was going to shoot that, and so just wasn't expecting a shot to come in, and that's the perfect time to do it, because the goalie just simply wasn't ready for Captain Will to just snap his wrist and just get it straight into the goal. This QB from Tropic, though, the disc movement has been immense. Saying that, the stack from Captain Will and Voodoo, and when a movable object means an unstoppable force, it seems to be the unstoppable force that's winning this. Captain Will now with the disc on Popcorn, waiting, sort of looking for a good pass. JT now with it on Bowtie, going up now to Voodoo on the ceiling where he always is. What will he do? He's waiting and goes for a reset. Oh, a self pass actually, which turns out really well. JT now with the disc on shoulder, just a slight misbounce and picked up by Bappo.
Yeah, this is gonna get cleared up through the tunnel. 7 minutes still remaining here. Voodoo gets a piece of that, and despite having full momentum the other way, gets a good flick on that one, gets some good momentum on that disc back the other way, and is able to clear it up into the hands of JT now. JT moving this one up here. Captain Will can throw that one into the bubble in a dangerous area. Kirito getting back to that one, dings it off the post and tries to clear, but no, JT is there as the pressure still maintained here for Serendipity, and back on the back foot, just getting that one away. On their heels here as Serendipity continuing the relentless pressure.
Yeah, brilliant save there. I think it was Stranger from the backboard. Serendipity really like their backboard shots, and Stranger just seemed to figure out that they actually really like their backboard shots and getting the save on it as well. So now the disc stuck in mid is currently in no one's hands, but JT grabs it, slaps it to the side, looking for Voodoo, but just slightly off. Carito now with the disc, passing it up to Bappo. Bappo looking at 2-on-1 and getting a save from Captain Will, and a very cheeky stun as he grabs it and clears it into mid.
It almost feels like like Tropic really just needs one to open the floodgates, but getting that one has proved so difficult. As oh my goodness, JT with a chance will ding that one just off the post. Still just a 5-0 game here, still staying very close despite, you know, what's been a lot of sustained pressure here coming in from Serendipity. Another chance here, Voodoo waiting, trying to bait that one out. Will take the shot, will get the goal here, extend that lead to 7-0 here. 5.5 minutes left on the clock. Looking like round one. Tropic, if you've got another 5 minutes in your back pocket, now's the time to pull it out.
Yeah, if Tropic can bring out what they had at the start of round 2, this round 3 could probably go to OT or be at least as close as round 2 was. Carito now with the QB, passing it down to Stranger. Stranger waiting, looking for his best option, maybe waiting out the stack. No, passing it across now to Fletcherus. Fletcherus across again. Oh, just slightly off the mark and bouncing off. This is where Voodoo and Captain will capitalize though. Voodoo with a shot, no, a pass. JT getting stunned as he went to throw it in though. Now Carito with the disc clearing it out into mid where it's caught with by Voodoo.
Yeah, Voodoo with some space, but is going to lose it to Carito. Carito looking for that long shot that is going to hit the shield, but guess who's there? Oh, another deflection. That was a solid chance, potentially a good momentum swing. They could have gotten the 3, but it's not going to connect. It's going to be cleared back the other way by JT. And down into the bubble. Dangerous area. Watch out. Here comes the stack. Carito somehow avoids the stun for just long enough to get that off to Stranger. And Stranger with some space here can slow it up and set up a counterattack. They're only down 7. No need to rush too much yet. But moving good here. Carito going to get stunned before getting rid of that, unfortunately. And this will be picked up on the defensive side by Serendipity.
Yeah, Captain Will crossing it to JT. Serendipity doing what they need to do here and just sort of finding the best pass possible as they have the time to run the clock. JT clearing it down, but Stranger with brilliant positioning in the back line, reading that clear, and getting it sent up almost in the hands, but in the hands of Fletcherus, puts it in for the easy 2. This is the turnaround that Tropic need. They scored that. Now they can build off of this. It's only a 5-point difference now. It seems like one score, it seems to change the tide so much. 7 points seems like a lot. 5 points, that's 2 goals. That's doable. And that's exactly what they need.
Yeah, Captain Will here. Time to see what happens. Under a little bit of pressure, will get this one off and has an open target in the tunnel. That's Peachy. Watch out. Gets rid of it just in time. JT now just able to dodge that one. A couple of Serendipity players needing to, like, you know, just barely dodge the Tropic pressure coming in, but they've managed to get rid of it. Move it into the zone here. The stacks back together, applying some pressure, moving that disc around. Oh, and it just can take one pass to mess that up as that reset goes wide. And here they come with some space. Oh my goodness, Carito with an off-angle shot gets that one in before the angle got too bad. Back-to-back scores. Floodgates, they're a-leaking.
Yeah, I mean, the margins that Serendipity are working with are so thin. That Tropic stack was doing amazing to keep up with them and force the mistake and force the goal. To Carito there with a brilliant, like, it was almost 0-angle shot. Like, that is a very difficult shot to make, and he took it with absolute confidence. Speaking of shots to take, Captain Will there dropping into the goal out of nowhere, just managing to grab the save. And Peachy there, this Serendipity defense, their positioning is immaculate. They keep catching every single shot or every single clear that is sent their way. It's very impressive.
Yeah, Sir Captain Will filling that goal very well there. Now with 4 saves on the day, leading this match, or at least tied for the lead with Stranger on the other side. Some good goaltending on both sides as we are now 2 minutes left on the clock, 3 points separating these two. Moving this around, stalling for time as much as they can. Peachy gonna buy some time, looking above, has Voodoo. That's a dangerous spot, and Voodoo will put that one in. 5 points means a 2-score lead now, 9-4 the score line. And now we start looking at that clock, because that clock is now a bit of a ticking time bomb in the back pocket of Tropic.
Yeah, Serendipity getting an easy pass behind the goal to get an easy score, and JT once again getting the drive-by stun and the disc as well. They're looking for the goalie stun for the 3, but Kirito, the absolute menace in goal, avoiding 2 stuns and getting the save at the same time. That is exactly what they wanted and exactly what they needed. Now what they need to do is be able to set up, but Captain Will getting the pass to mid.
A save on a 4-on-1. Absolutely incredible. 58 seconds. They're going to have to get something soon. That clear is not what they're looking for, but we'll get a piece of it. That's going to be moved up. Fletcher is able to send this one out. Potentially a chance for a 3 if it's there. Not able to connect on that. Was potentially looking for Stranger. Stranger going to chase this one down. Oh, there's a good leech. Captain Will on the defensive side. 40 seconds left. Needs something now, and there's a steal. It's Carino. Carino, no! JT gets the steal, but they're not out of it yet. Moving in and getting the 2 is Bappo. 33 seconds on the clock. 1 score difference. It ain't over yet. Tropic hanging in there.
Very back and forth play on the side of Serendipity there. Bappo doing the smart thing and going for the 2. You worry about the 2 first, and then you go for the 3. If they hesitated and went for the 3 there, they'd chance missing it and not being able to score at all. The headbutt from Serendipity here, and it pays off perfectly. What an amazing headbutt straight to the stack. Captain Will picking it up, dunking it, securing the victory, leaving Tropic with absolutely no chance. Not even getting close to the disc in that last QB there. Wow, that was a very brave QB, but a very impressive one.
The audacity to come out here down 1 score and to run the headbutt rollout. Oh my, wow. And it works. Absolutely fantastic match here. Thank you so much to both these teams here for putting on a good show. We got places to be, though. We have got to close out our evening with a High Master match. We got coming up for you right away. Lin Fei and myself are going to be back. It is going to be W and Gen Z. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few minutes. It's W, it's Gen Z, it's Offbeat, it's Lin Fei, it's all of us together as one. Welcome back to Channel 1 VRML Echo Arena. We're here to close out what's been an already exciting evening with some top tier, the absolute top shelf. This is where you keep the good liquor. North America, master tier. Hello, everyone. Hey, Lin Fei.
Hello.
That got
Yeah.
a little away from me.
I wasn't exactly sure where you were going with that, but you know, it made sense. I understand what you mean. Yeah, no, Gen Z versus W here. Very, very high tier match. Gen Z, not playing for a while, but a team I remember from season 2 or 3, at least by name and by most of the roster as well. So they've been around for ages, and everyone on W been around for ages as well. W, pretty sure we're a team last season as well, for most of the same roster, it looks like. So yeah, no, this is going to be a brilliant game. Lots and lots of high-level players.
Absolutely. I mean, Gen Z on an absolute tear this season. A combined total so far of 16 wins and 1 loss. They have not lost a game since February 15th. It's been 2 months since their last loss. So yeah, they're the ones to keep an eye on. If you're a betting man with your channel points, it's the number 2 team, but I mean, like, you can't argue with that. A couple of streaks coming head to head here. Who's gonna take out the other? I don't know. Well, we know early on, W's getting those first points. Experience stepping up early here.
Yeah, Bloop winning that neutral joust for W, sending it down to Jack G. Jack G, easy finish. Just guaranteed goal from any of these players as soon as it's anywhere just outside the bubble. And it's a great way to start for a 3 on the board. Now, Gen Z coming out, Prometheus looking for the low pass, just hitting Bowtie, just as you said. Bloop here getting stunned out by Prometheus, but the disc picked up by Jack G, moving down the field, looking for his options, choosing the reset.
Yep, that's in the hands of Jake. Jake moving forward. Listen, space has an open target underneath the goal. First fake will get him, and XA puts that win in on the second go around. 5-0 back-to-back scores for W as the battle of the tail end of the alphabet. Currently, so far, it's been all W.
Yeah, XA there with a little juke onto the goal, slamming it in. Easiest goal of XA's life right there, just getting it in very easily. Oh wow, XA with a drive-by stun, getting it in. Another easy goal for XA. W out of the races here, just seem to be reading Gen Z with every single play they throw at them.
Yeah, you say easiest goal of XA's life, and then XA gets a turnover and puts a couple more in. So 8-0 in a minute and a half. Gen Z potentially having bitten off a little more than they could chew here, coming in, and absolute statement round so far coming in from W, trying to put them back in their place and able to get this disc back here. That is Jake after a couple of back and forth stuns. Will be turned around here looking for that long mid-court 3. Won't connect, but they've still got the disc here as long as, oh my goodness, the moves from Jack to Jake. Everything's working right now so far. Miss the pass, doesn't matter because XA's got it, and a platypus with a critical steal there to slow that W momentum.
Yeah, getting it halfway cleared out, but picked up by Chewy Stack, who gets the clear all the way in. Oh, almost bouncing into the goal, but the stacks from W there just a bit faster. Jack G moving up, looking for the cross pass, just bouncing a little bit high. Now XA getting that cross pass over to Jake in the tunnel. Jake looking for a shot, I think, just hitting Nugget. Always in the way when you never need it to be there. And A Platypus getting cleared down, picked up by Jack G.
A couple of long 3s stopped by Nuggets. Each Nugget putting in a save here so far. And if not for those, this score would be much higher than it already is. Bloop looking down below with the jukes as the defense is just going to kind of fall back and let him juke around as much as he darn well pleases. We'll send it back to Jake. Jake moving around, some good moves coming in from W, just showing off at this point. Back to XA. XA behind the goal, gets the cut pass to Jack. 10-0. We're halfway to the magical M word that we dare not utter.
W with amazing disc movement there, and just amazing movement from the players in general. Getting the reset back, setting up into the bubble, perfect score. It's textbook. It's textbook, but it looks very impressive. They make it look extremely easy. Prometheus getting the disc, throwing it to the right, over to Platypus now. He has a bit of space, throwing it up to Klex. Klex, oh, the save from Jake! Watching Platypus come into the bubble, but just saying absolutely not and getting an amazing save and the clear out.
Yeah, Summerer, thank you so much for the hydrate. Much appreciated as wow. If we keep seeing moments like that, throats will absolutely be hoarse in no time. Clear will get out here, out of the hands of Jack. Psych, not out of the hands of Jack, just makes the moves, the slap to the face of Platypus, and comes away with that disc. 6 minutes on the clock, 10-0 lead. Oh, bit of a miscommunication there. Platypus with the disc. There's an open goal. Can it connect? Won't, but they're still there with some momentum, looking for the first points here. Can they get this one in on the goalie? No, not able to connect on the dunk. Second chance. There we go. Platypus spits that one in. Took a bit, but they'll take what they can get. 2 points on the board here. The shutout broken. Gen Z on the board.
Yeah, the dunk unfortunately dinging off and going into the up to nest where it's collected and put in by Platypus. And getting on the board, 5 minutes left. It's what they want. It's what they good. They can build momentum from that. They can do something. Speaking of doing something, hey, Platypus, what a steal into the immediate goal. Another 8-meter two, unfortunately, but I mean, there's so much time. Cutting the lead almost into half within 20 seconds. I mean, it's best case scenario for Gen Z right there. That is exactly what they needed.
Yeah, messing around a little bit with that disc. Interested to see if we see that again, knowing that those steals could come out. And Bloop is going to get rid of this one a lot quicker. There's this time 2 Gen Zers up there in the face, applying some pressure, but they're able to get out. Jake and XA here moving up as a tandem. Gonna reset this one back once the backstack is in there. We'll move back and forth, back in the hands of XA. A bunch of people floating around the bubble. We got Jake up above, Jake behind, Jake in the, no, not in the goal. Platypus comes away with that one. Excellent save as we pass the midway mark of this round. 10-4, just a 6-point lead here, and knocking on the door back the other way is Gen Z if they can get a stack here.
Yeah, Klex picking up the disc, but Jack G with an amazing stun. Oh, Platypus, just missing the shot. Had to hit it fast, but unfortunately just hitting the floor. And there, Platypus. Oh my! The goalie was not ready. He shot a 3. I mean, he missed on nest, but give him a harder shot and he hits it with ease on the goalie. A 3 sank. Now there's only 3. Gen Z are only 3 points behind. What turnaround in the last minute and a half. Wow.
Yeah, and Platypus doing a lot of the heavy lifting there. You look at the stats right now, the only stat that Platypus does not have for their team is an assist, which Prometheus has. Platypus was 7 points, 1 save, 1 steal, and leading the way in stuns, because why not? As putting in work there. Back the other way, though, not to be denied. Jack G going to put W back on the board, stopping that 7-0 run, and saying, hey, don't forget about us. There's a reason we're here. Get out of here, you young Gen Z whippersnappers, I say, as the millennial in the room.
Yeah, W putting an end to that scoring run, but I mean, Gen Z proved they can do it, and looks like they're going for another one here, but just a slight bounce on there, making the disc unable to get. But a brilliant recovery. Hey, Platypus, with the ender, but just on the missed shot. Jake now sending it out, cleared out. There's a Gen Z stack heading towards it. Actually looks like it could have been in the goal and just about saved there by Platypus again, clearing out where it's picked up by Jake in the tunnel.
Okay, so question for you, Lin Fei. Suppose you're playing against a team where it's just one player doing all the heavy lifting, all the scoring. Do you switch anything to specifically cover and target them and make their life hell? Or is that putting yourself at too much risk for someone else to exploit?
Personally, I would not. Speaking of exploiting, Klex getting a very, very nice save there, stopping any type of momentum that W might have been wanting to put onto Gen Z. And XA, though, able to capitalize on a brilliant cut pass. No, because as soon as you start stunning Platypus, I feel like anyone else on Gen Z could start popping off. Platypus just happens to be the person right now. but you get rid of Platypus, you dedicate 2 players to get rid of Platypus, Prometheus will pop off. Dedicate players to them, Klex will pop off. At this level, you can't really afford to try and get rid of one person when everyone can do everything, like at an amazing skill level.
Oh, as that is a close ding that they kind of needed. Down 7 points here. Platypus gets that disc back, earns it, moving a good cut. Will get the 2-pointer. That's a 5-point lead. Not out of reach, but will be a tall order as we have just over a minute 15 left on the clock at the time of recording. Now a minute 12 is, 5 points. It's a gap that needs closing and they'll have to score quick, but we've seen that Gen Z has been capable of doing that so far.
Yeah, if they can get this off Bloop on QB, then they have a very high chance. They're running very aggressive. The stack runs back now, but they had 2 stacks in the orange side for a little bit there, which is quite scary, but it's exactly what they needed to do. But W, with amazing disc movement, getting it around both of those stacks, just with absolute no effort, getting it to Bloop. Bloop puts it in for an easy 2, making scores now 16-9 in favor of W.
Yeah, and that does mean that with only 33 seconds left on the clock, it is going to be W taking this one. The old number 2 team holding off the young upstarts coming in here and showing why they've earned that number 2 spot right now. As, yeah, not doing too shabby on their own. Currently 15-4 on the season. And yeah, the last couple seconds will tick down here, but obviously, I think this is still anyone's game to speak of as we kind of go into that second round. We've seen some good back and forth action as, both of these teams having their big, brilliant moments. Very interesting to see which way this goes in round 2.
Yeah, it's still a very close game, to be honest. 16-9 is a little bit more in favor of W than I feel like it was. But Gen Z pulling out a scoring run, and if they can just pull out that scoring run again while holding off a little bit better, then I reckon they have this second round, to be honest. A very, very, very close game to start us off in round 1.
How much of that run do you think was caused by, W feeling like, oh, look at this, we're taking on number 10 team. Do you think there was any kind of little taking them for granted going on early? I mean, we saw the first one, Bloop dancing around on that ceiling and losing the disc for the quick 2. Do you think there was any part of that, and have they smartened up now if that was the case?
That first QB definitely felt a bit brave. Bloop, I'm sure Bloop with a lot of confidence, and deservedly so. His movement is just bonkers, but maybe a bit too much underestimating from W in regards to Gen Z there at the start, and after that, they did seem to change something, which just sort of going for a bit less risky plays, just more sort of insured goals, insured passes, which, I mean, it worked out. It's exactly what they needed. And yeah.
And here we are. Round 2 is underway, and that is straight into the hands of W. Bloop with the disc, with a move, gonna buy some space. Got an open target up above. They got some numbers around the goal. Looking behind, that's Jack, not able to connect. Good chance here, and that is gonna get cleared. A nice, very, very good clear here. Get all the way down into that orange bubble as here come the stacks, and oh, they'll all miss the disc. That's okay. Back the other way for W now.
Yeah, now A Platypus picking up the disc, looking through the tunnel, looking for a shot, I think, but Bloop in the right place at the right time, picking it up, juking his way through, going for maybe his own shot or a pass. A Platypus now picking up, going for the boop shot. It looks good. Oh, just off the ding. Unfortunately, now picked up and cleared into mid, where it's picked up by Jack G.
Jack buys some time, gets that long clear off. Oh, was looking for the shot and might have even had it. Oh, miscommunication. There's XA and Jack both kind of fighting. Jake both kind of fighting for that one. And Prometheus just casually taking that out of Jake's hands. Holding on to that 0-0 scoreline is going to get this one cleared all the way down. And look at this. Points back the other way. Chewy stacking to put that one in. 2-0. First lead of the game for Gen Z coming out here. And I need to know, did you appreciate that 0-0? I was so British for a moment there.
Yeah, making me proud to say football instead of soccer. I'll tell you that. But And now it isn't anymore. 2-0 Bloop with the disc, passing it to the wall there where Jack G has it. No, it's Jake, never mind. They have very similar names. Looks very, very confusing. Jake now crossing it to the side to XA, and XA hits the reset to Bloop. Bloop going down, but maybe a miscommunication. He wasn't quite ready for it and getting stunned out. Prometheus now clearing the disc out in the near side tunnel.
Yeah, up to Platypus. Platypus looking, gonna bounce this one down, looking to potentially have a teammate coming in. Unfortunately, that stack, the Bloop stack coming in and really just closing in on that disc, shutting it down, getting it back the other way as back here comes the defense. Not a ton of pressure coming in imminently from W, and they're able to clear this one back out. Watch out, Bloop with the leech, applying a bit of pressure there and causing another turnover. This disc is flying back and forth all the way down both ends of the arena, and the stunned goalie will be enough for Jack to tuck that one in. First points of the game here, and the lead stolen back by W. 3-2, now your scoreline.
Yeah, goalie getting stunned, pass to Jack G. Jack G scores a 19 meters per second shot. It's going in. Jack G with the disc, it's going in. If he shoots that, he's going to score it. And unfortunately, they're letting a 3 in, but on a stunned goalie, there's not much you can really do. You just have to sort of capitalize on every other opportunity you get. Speaking of, Jack G getting the disc, Chewy Stack picking it up, managing to get the stun off. Able to get the disc now across to Platypus. Platypus to Klex. Klex on the floor now to Chewy Stack. Looking for the reset, I think. Yes. Back to Prometheus, and Prometheus now looking for the cross pass over to A Platypus.
Yeah, A Platypus looking down below, going to send that to Prometheus. Prometheus with some space, looking to see will develop. Will miss the cut there a little bit. Looking for Chewy Stack, but the clear isn't great and is back in the hands of Prometheus. Prometheus looking for that 3, won't connect. Jake floating over there will get back in front of it. Lower scoring affair here. That's not to say there haven't been chances. 6:30 left on the clock here as here comes W. That's XA with space, 1-1 on the goalie. Make that a 2-on-1 because here comes Jake. Jake, make no mistake. Goal time.
Jake and XA. XA with a brilliant handoff, getting the Jake passing that disc to XA. XA immediately getting stunned, but managing to slap it back to Jake, and Jake putting it in the goal. That was an amazing play from XA and Jake there to get another 2 on the board to bring them up by 3 now. Yeah, Platypus with the disc, crossing it to the ceiling, the stack almost getting there, just a slight misgrab, not quite able to get the disc. But Jake now finds it on the wall, looking to pass it to the side over to Bloop. Bloop now eyeing up the shot. He sees it, he goes for it, just ever so slightly too low, but picked up by Jack G to put it in on an open goal for another 2, bringing the scoreline to 7-2 now.
Yeah, a couple of quick scores here. We got, that early opening start from Gen Z, getting those first points, but ever since then, 7-0 run currently now from W, and with the momentum kind of turning in their direction, so Gen Z, onus on them. Again, have not lost a game since February, been working their way up these ranks, but currently in danger of suffering a defeat. Oh my goodness, Bloop! These people have families, Bloop! Absolutely nasty shot, and up by 8 now, as W, no signs of slowing.
Yeah, Gen Z not losing a game for a long time, but W, man, you give them an open goal and they do not miss. Bloop especially, his shot is deadly. You get him deep on the QB, and if there's no goalie, you will never see the end of the disc. It will be in your goal and you'll never see it again. Looking for another long shot there, just dinging off, unfortunately. That would have been very, very nice for W, but now slapped to the side. Klex. Oh, XA hiding behind station, managing to pick it off and moving into a lot of space on his own there. Now passing it down to Bloop. Bloop on shield, looking for the anchor shot, but just dinging off ever so slightly off bottom pocket, where it's picked up by Chewy Stack, and Chewy Stack throws it into mid.
Yeah, lots of dings coming out here. Now it's going to hit the shield and bounce down, and no real pressure coming in there. No stacks together on the side of Gen Z, and as a result, WA to pick it up here and move it back. They've got the numbers moving in. A couple options. XA, Bloop is stunned out, so XA is just going to send this one back. Because why not? Jack's there. They've got a lead. 4 minutes on the clock. They could burn some of this down. They bait out the stack coming in, and now's the chance. Here comes the stack firing back, but there's no man on the ceiling. That's Bloop. Bloop with some space. Has Jack. Jack moving in. Takes the shot. Gets past the defenders. And we'll put that one in. A 10-point lead now. W is ready for this to be over. Trying to see if they can't take this in 2 rounds. 10-point lead.
Yeah, W playing that textbook by the book. They realized they had the point lead. They played it back, set up, got a great cut pass, scored. It's oh wow, that grab headbutt QB there, another one for tonight. But someone on W side picking it up, but getting it snatched again by someone on Gen Z. Sent it down to Prometheus. Prometheus getting brawled out and getting just slapped away. A Platypus sending it in, but Bloop appearing out of nowhere to steal that pass and clear it down into the left hand side.
Yep, gonna be picked up here. Bloop getting it back with the clear and the recovery. A Platypus will get a stun though and be able to follow this one up. Makes a nice little move to buy some time and get the clear. Good accuracy on that clear and puts this into a dangerous position. Where are those stacks coming in? It is gonna be the defensive stack. Getting back to that one first. That is W, or rather XA specifically with that disc. 2:43 on the clock and not under a ton of pressure. So it's just gonna slowly move this one up as a W moving very, very efficiently down the arena here before resetting it back.
Yeah, W playing time here, and I mean, it's exactly what they should do. They have the 10-point lead here. They can afford to even lose the disc and lose a couple threes, to be honest. So they can very easily just wait for the best opportunity to arise for them, and it looks like that's what they're doing here, looking for a cut pass, and Jack G finishing that right next to the goal, getting an amazing pass from XA down from her shoulder. I mean, W are just playing. I haven't seen a missed pass from W in at least 2.5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. They have been so on point this entire game. And as I say that, a pause coming through. I'm not sure from which side. I would presume Gen Z, as there is. Yeah, it's from Gen Z. And because there is technically time. It's a stretch, but there is time. And it looks like, yeah, we got a dropout here. Chewy Stack maybe restarting his PC or something, maybe some tech issues. And hopefully, if he can fix whatever that tech issue is, we might see a round 3 if they can pull a scoring run out the bag.
The phrase too little, too late almost comes to mind, though. I mean, this is something we see kind of at all levels. That me and us on the casters with always kind of wonder. It's like, by the time you're down by this much, it's kind of like, should have taken that timeout earlier when you're at, I'd say an 8-point spread is probably about the time where you should look to take it, because that's the time where you need momentum to be stopped. Because at this point, you got a 12-point deficit to climb in only 2 minutes. That's a big expectation, even if you do manage to, pull it all back together and get everything figured out, right?
Yeah, it is the timeout here. It looks like it for technical reasons, which is fair enough. If it is to try and figure out a strat, it is maybe a little bit too late here. 12 points in 2 minutes. It's doable, but it is a mountain to climb, especially against W. I wouldn't expect anyone to be able to sort of pull that out. Yeah, they could have taken it a bit earlier if it is for strategic reasons, but I'm hoping they can pull something out the bag here and manage to bring us to a round 3, hopefully.
Yeah. Looking at the stats here, Jack G leading the way with 16 points on the side of W, putting in some excellent work there. Honestly, though, just some excellent disc movement that we've been seeing out of W, and I think the stats really reflect that. Uh, a total of 12 assists spread around all players, 2, 5, 3, 2. No one with fewer than 2 assists. It's really kind of remarkable, the disc movement we've been seeing from W here right now. They keep that disc moving quickly. The long passes are really accurate, which I think is something that's kind of they make it look really easy, because really that's not easy to have them that quick, that accurate from those distances. It makes it really hard to keep up with, and it's why their counterattack game has been so strong. They're just able to get into the zone before the defense gets set up a lot of the time.
Yeah, we've seen a few really nice 20, 30-meter passes that have gone directly to their target, and then another very quick pass off of that, then often just into a straight goal from there, which is, I mean, it's master tier. It's the best of the best. We should be expecting from them, but it's still impressive every single time they manage to pull it off. Yeah, W just running away with it, to be honest. XA with 7 points and 5 assists. That is an offensive machine right there, because that's a total of what, almost 20 odd points credited to XA. That is so impressive.
Absolutely, absolutely incredible efforts here. Kind of all around. We can kind of see the spread of like who plays further forward, who plays further backward, because you know they're familiar at this point in the season, especially if you've played together for a while, as we know many members of W have. One kind of one of the oldest standing teams still around right now. As here we are underway here with the disc is going to be Gen Z moving up a good couple passes. Oh, but that last one read very well. The stack is there waiting for it, and Bloop with the clear and the steal. Time ticks down, 141 on the clock.
Yeah, but a long pass there, almost hitting the mark, but A Platypus just getting it, looking to cross, hopefully for a stack, but it looks like they got broken up, unfortunately. But Chewy Stack picking up the disc, brawled out by Jack G. Jack G, oh, Joker training off of Klex there, and passing the disc to XA. XA looking for the shot, it's slightly wide, and picked up by Klex, who clears into the mid.
That can be cleared up, and oh my goodness, getting a piece of that is Jack. Not enough to get it all the way out, and it will be cleared out here as a chance moving in, looking for the 3, will get the 3. There it is. Chewy Stack will put that one in, bring this deficit back to 9. Still a little too late, but hey, excellent little clear and good shot, and more than doubled what their score so far that round have been, so they'll take it at this point.
Yeah, it's a good way to end the round, even if you can't win it. You play to the whistle, and just Chewy Stack there coming in off of the dropout, and maybe fixing whatever tech issues he had, managing to score a 3 off of it. And speaking of managing, oh, never mind the ding. I was so confident that was in, but unfortunately just dinging off. Now Jack G with the disc, passing it down onto Pac-Man with Bloop. Bloop looking for a bounce pass here to Jake. What a beautiful pass. Jake on shield. Another ding. W here. I mean, they don't need to score, but they're certainly looking for it. But unfortunately, the ding ring is taking so many victims tonight.
Yeah, not that time. Bloop this time finds his way past the ding ring and a couple of different goalies. No one able to get the hand on that. A 17 meters per second shot coming in here. And that's going to do it. That 3-pointer will run off the last of the clock, which does mean that 17-5 is going to be your final. Congratulations to everyone predicting W here. Yes, that was 90% of you, so I hope you all feel good picking on and beating up that 10% of people voting for Gen Z and taking their lunch money. I hope you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, it felt close during the rounds, but W able to run away with it by the end of both rounds anyway. And I mean, what can you expect from a team as high ranked and as high prestige as W is? Gen Z still played really, really well, but against the offense of Bloop and Jack G and XA and Jake, it's a difficult task for anyone. So yeah, W just running away with it, doing really well, doing what they always do best.
But I mean, gotta look, Gen Z, they've been moving all the way up. This is their first time really playing against teams of this caliber so far this season, right? So obviously they've been doing well, huge improvements, and you know, now that they've kind of settled in where they are and they are going to get more challenges like this, more matches in this range, I think expect to see them, you know, get a little better as they get more used to this, you know, increased pace of game that we're used to seeing here at this high level of master. Very excited to see what we see from them so far, because I think there is a lot. I think we're going to hear from them again as we move towards finals, because I think they're definitely going to make an impact there. W is no easy task, and, you know, definitely no reason these guys can't slip under them or get close to them for a rematch, you know, in the coming weeks.
Yeah, both of these teams I'm expecting to see in finals, definitely, and maybe even see a rematch in finals at some point. Maybe even the grand finals, who knows? It's definitely possible for both of these teams here. Gen Z played brilliantly, and yeah, as they get more comfortable sort of with these other top teams, as they play more of them for the last couple weeks here, I'm sure they'll bring something out and make it into finals and do something very impressive in finals. I'm expecting it from them, to be honest. And I mean, everyone's expecting it from W. So, yeah.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. It has been a long but lovely evening. Glad to have spent it with all of you. I hope you guys all had a good time. I know we have. I have been Offbeat. This has been Lin Fei. We were joined by Queen earlier this evening as well, all working together. And of course, Wonder Man, our silent ninja behind the scenes, working everything behind the scenes and making the stream possible. So of course, we want to make sure his efforts are not at all forgotten. So that's going to do it for us from tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you all. Be sure to leave a follow if you haven't already to catch the rest of the Echo as we continue our way through this last final Season 7 of Echo Arena. Motor our way towards finals and towards the Sunset Cup at VRML Con coming up. Thank you again, everyone. Love you all.
Season 7 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, Downpour Interactive, and VRware.net.